Phones of the future, the gadget lover's dream. My name is Steve Hoffman, but in Silicon Valley, they call me Captain Hoff because I am the captain and CEO of Founderspace, one of the world's leading startup incubators and accelerators. Today, I'm going to give you an insight into the future of the phone and how it will change your life. Hybrid displays. Right now, you have to choose what type of display you want. Most people, for their phone, their smartphone, want an OLED display because it's great. Rich colors, great for gaming, graphics, photography, everything else. However, if you love reading ebooks, you would prefer an electronic ink display, e-ink, because it's much better on the eyes when reading. Well, in the future, we may not have to pick and choose. We may have hybrid displays that combine multiple types of display technology so you get the best experience depending on what activity you're doing on your phone. Faster unlocking. I don't know anybody out there who wouldn't like to unlock their phone faster. This is something we do throughout the day, and it's a real hassle. Well, Huawei has developed a technology that can read your fingerprint to unlock your phone anywhere on the screen, making it much simpler. You don't have to find that special spot. Also, this technology enables you to actually individually unlock specific apps by reading your fingerprint, just putting it above the icon of the app when you open it. So it provides an extra layer of security. Laser charging. A hassle all of us face is having to charge our phones. Well, in the future, we may not have to think about this. Huawei has actually developed a laser charging system. So lasers can be installed in any room, office, coffee shop, your home. And when you enter that room, it can automatically start charging your phone. The tricky part was that these lasers could damage the human eye, which is very sensitive. So they had to make lasers that were at a lower power that wouldn't hurt the human eye. This means someday you may not have to search around for a wireless charging pad or an outlet. Your phone will just automatically charge. Phones that never break. All of us hate it when we drop our phone and it shatters. Well, this may be a thing of the past. First of all, Corning has been developing ever stronger versions of its Gorilla Glass. Someday, they may not break at all, even if you slam them onto concrete. But there are other solutions. Samsung has actually been experimenting with phones that are flexible, that you can actually dent them and they will bounce back like a trampoline. You can do that up to 12 millimeters of pressure into the device and the screen will just bounce back. So stay tuned. Someday, breaking phones may be a thing of the past. Flexible phones. We already have phones that can fold, but in the future, we may have phones we can stretch. They are so flexible that if we want to watch a movie, we may be able to just stretch out our phone. If this seems like science fiction, at Michigan State University, they've already developed a flexible, stretchable, integrated circuit. So it may not be long before we have an entire phone that we could stretch and bend into different shapes. Temperature sensing phones. Phones are playing a bigger and bigger role in our healthcare. And Huawei has actually taken it a step further by developing a phone that can sense your body temperature. Why is this important? Well, let's say you're coming down with a fever, like COVID-19. The phone could actually alert you ahead of time. So instead of walking around infecting people, you can actually go and get tested to make sure you're not contagious. Chameleon Phones. The days are numbered when you have to pick the color of your phone when you buy it and then get stuck with it. No longer will you have to choose between cloud lavender, cosmic blue, or boring black. You will be able to programmatically change the color of the exterior of your phone to match whatever outfit you're wearing that day. Augmented reality phones. Phones are going to morph into a new type of device that can actually take advantage of augmented reality. That's when we layer digital content over the real world. How will this happen? Well, through smart glasses, and in the future, through smart contact lenses. In fact, a startup called Mojo is developing contact lenses now that provide augmented reality. So your phone could be the device on which you have all the applications, but you would actually interact with the real world. The world itself would become your screen, touching things, manipulating things, all through your phone. Mind-reading phones. It may sound like science fiction, but companies all around the world are working right now on getting your phone to actually read your mind. So instead of pulling out your phone and when you want to send a message, having to tap it in, which is very slow and cumbersome, all you'd have to do is think of the person and then think of what you wanted to say, and off your message goes. They are actually using technologies that have been around for quite a while. One of them is EEG technology. This technology has electrodes that can actually read your brain waves, and then they use AI to decode this and understand what you are thinking. Now, at the University of Toronto, they made a big breakthrough. They actually had people look at a computer screen, see an image, and then using AI and EEG, they could reproduce roughly the image they were seeing. That's right, they extracted an image from a person's brain. And in the future, we won't only be able to send images, we'll be able to send all sorts of data and potentially even download data. So connecting our brains directly to the internet through our phones and devices is where we are headed. And someday, you may even be able to send information directly from one human brain to another human brain. They've actually done this with rats in the laboratory, so it is possible. Stay tuned for mind-reading phones coming to you someday in the future. I hope you enjoyed the talk. If you liked it, you can come to founderspace.com. You can check out our latest events, contact us, and see my latest books, Make Elephants Fly and Surviving a Startup. You can also find me on all the major social networks. Just search for Founderspace.